going, mi gente? Marco here in another video, and today we're going to be talking about Baby Doge, and this is another subscriber coin. So thank you so much, Dean, for always making amazing recommendations. We already talked about this one in the channel, but he just kind of want to update videos. So if you want me to review any other coin, please let me know in the comment section down below. If you cannot, or if you don't want me to, please just leave a like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So when I first talked about this back in March, I said, back in March, we were like at the all-time lows, right? And usually when they are at these lows, if you see here 0.09, 0.09, 0.089, 0.09, it always tends to have like a little bit of a run up. And you see here, it had this run up that I did say it was going to happen. And then boom, has crashed back down. And it's only up now 3.35% all time. So from the all time high though, it is down 88%. Do I think it's going back to all time high? I personally don't think so. But, let's see what we have to research. Honestly, there's not that many big updates. I mean, well, the biggest update is that they do have a new website, which honestly looks way much better. It looks way more Web3 and crypto-y, so I do like that, and it's interactive. So if we scroll down here, they just talk about the story. Elon Musk was the first one to talk about it. Then they have donated close to 1.5 million in USD to vital dog support organizations worldwide. And that it has a little space in my heart. I've been in the veterinary field for many years. My dad's a vet, if you did not know. So yeah, I do love this, and I think it's amazing. So really good organization, and the community has rallied. Let me see what it says here. So the community has rallied, is become like a big global family that we'll talk about that. They do have a strong community, I will say though, but they have not, I think, kind of increased. They do have a new Telegram game, which is, pretty cool. But I think, and this is just me talking, I do wish that there was like more, right? When I made the first video, right, they had 2.7 million followers on Twitter. And I'm not saying it's easy to, increase, but that was almost 7 months ago. And it's still at 2.7 million. So that is really unfortunate, right? No big deal, right? It's not like, oh my God, they're so bad because they don't have, Twitter followers. They have 2.7 million followers, which is a lot. But I just wish it was a little bit more. And as well as with the holders, right? They have 1.8 million holders. They had 1.8 million holders back then. So holders has increased, and followers on Twitter hasn't increased either. So that is kind of a drawdown or a negative. They are unlocking some things. Pause CGE and kickoff season 2 is coming. They're launching meme launchpads, deploying on across 3 major chains. So Solana, BNB, and TON. They're bringing concentrated liquidity to our DEX and a platform to buy real estate in Dubai for crypto. So some of these stuff were already here, right? Some of these stuff are new. And then I will say though, they did add this, which maybe they had this back then and I didn't see it until now, but they do have various different Telegram groups. They have one in China, Malaysia, Korea, Italy, French, Turkey, Vietnam, Indonesia, Persia, one in Spanish and one for Portuguese, India, Deutschland or Germany, Belgium, and Dutch, Nigeria, and Japan. So they have a lot of big communities, right? So they're worldwide, a lot of international, right, exposure. And last but not least, they do have this like come work with us. So if you're interested, right now there's not many openings, or there's no openings as of right now. But if you're interested, right, email them. Nothing to lose, right? Nothing to lose. But yeah, I personally, obviously, I would not invest in this. I will say though, right, we are at that point where where they find liquidity somewhere and they pump the chart. We're at that point. Would I long-term invest in this? Absolutely not. But in the short term, right, it does look like it could pump, right? History keeps repeating itself. It goes down to 0.09 and then just goes back up. So long term, no. Short term, maybe. Who knows? If you are good at charts and good at reading charts and all the resistance level, yada, good at doing TA. I'm not really good at it, so I'm not going to invest in it, but I'm going to follow you for doing that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.